Hello replay viewers and welcome. As is customary, I will start on my pencil holder. Hello, welcome, good morning. It's 9:50 in the morning in southern United States. I'm jumping in for a quick chat. This will be a really short one. This is a quick open chat for Rome, Italy. I will start, as the title indicates, in just 8 days' time. I will start my journey towards Rome. It will actually begin in southern United States. I will fly to Stuttgart, Germany, and from Stuttgart I will drive to Rome. I'll drive through Swiss Alps. I'll stop in Milan along the way, and on the way home from Rome, I'll stop in Verona. So this is just these are informational chats. I run them several times a day. I have been for a couple weeks now, and this is just to let people know that I'm taking this trip, and to give people the opportunity to have an opinion about what it is that I see in Rome. I do have some flexibility in Rome. There's some time and some available space for me to go and see things that maybe I didn't know of or I didn't intend to go see. So I like having that flexibility. I like opening the chat. I've gotten a lot of good suggestions for some locals. I've gotten suggestions from some people that have traveled before to these destinations. So it's been a wild ride for the past 2 weeks, and I'm just going to keep moving forward with these chats. I always like to spend the first 5 minutes just informing the replay viewers in particular. If you're still listening and you're wondering what it is that this trip is about, then 5 minutes time will give you a better idea. Welcome, Freakite or Kite. This is just an open chat about what it is that I see in Rome. Did I get a good deal? Do you mean in regards to the traveling, like the ticket? Sure. I purchased my airfare in January, and I've rented a car already, and I will drive from Stuttgart, Germany to Rome. I won't drive direct though. I'll stop in Milan, Italy for a couple days. And on the way up, instead of driving directly back, I will stop in Verona, Italy. So, the first 5 minutes, I always like to let people know what it is that I'm doing, and I always share my information, so that way you don't have to commit to the entire chat if you're watching on replay. But basically, I'm an American. I've been to these destinations 2 times before, and I just look forward to bringing English to the channel. There's some people scoping in Rome now, some people scoping in Italy in general, but not very many people scoping in English in these destinations. So I really thought that would be great to bring to the channel and let people see this from an outsider's perspective. So it's basically my purpose of the trip, and I'll plan on scoping at least 3 times a day while I'm there. 2 of them will be updates, 1 will be a major attraction. Anything outside of that will come off of requests or based off of additional time. Have you been to Rome yourself, or do you have a desire to go, or anything that you think would be interesting? From Munich to Prague. That's a dream trip of mine. So Stuttgart is only a couple hours northwest of Munich, and so it would be a similar drive. I've looked into doing that drive before. I really wish I could have fit it in this trip, because I would love to see Prague, but I'm entertaining guests on this trip, so the itinerary is sort of set. The only flexibility is within Rome, because I'll be there for a week. But the Autobahn's the fun part. Can I ask where you're from? Where do you live? Welcome, Tara. We have 2 other ones in the chat. This open chat's just about what it is that you see in Rome. You have a chance to talk about it. Atlanta, and you drove from Munich to Prague. That's great. I'm showing up on the map just 3 hours west of you, over here at Troy. But I'm from Panama City. So I'm just up here for graduate school. But I've made this road trip before. I drove a few years back from Stuttgart, Germany to Rome. It's just different circumstances, and I'm entertaining different crowds. So I'll be taking my in-laws there. So I think it'll be a fun trip. I'm definitely looking forward to some of the sights I'll see. But I took the Autobahn. In Germany, I took the Autobahn, and in Italy, I think it's called Autostrade. And I took both. Maybe I'm just comfortable with driving, but I took both. We have another person in the chat. Feel free to have an opinion about what it is I see in Rome. That's the whole point. It's Bill, right? So Bill, the idea is I have a week in Rome, and I have some spare time, and I have some flexibility in my schedule. I love Rome. I love exploring Rome, so I'm letting the people have an opinion about what it is that I visit in Rome. So, have you ever been to Rome yourself, or have you ever had a desire to go? This is my doppio macchiato. This is what I'll be drinking all of my Europe trip. Bill, you have no opinion. Okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to continue on with the general information. This is going to be a very short chat. I only have 5 minutes left. Usually I run them for a little bit longer, but today I'm in a pinch for time. I just like to catch certain time zones to give people the opportunity to be exposed to the trip itself. And if you're watching this on replay, I told you I would plug my information. I did not plug my information because I was chatting with the user. This is the part where I plug my information. Bill, you get to see my information. St. Peter's Basilica. I'll certainly show you St. Peter's Basilica. Bill, if you have Instagram, it's going to be worth your time, I think, to go to my Instagram. It's right there, Joshua229i. And for the replay viewers, about me / my Periscope name, Joshua229. That gives you all the info you need of me. My catch is still on my information, just because catch does not shut down until May 4th. As a matter of fact, I think this will be my last video that'll get catched. I think they catch up until the 22nd, and they will shut up shop on May 4th. So I will continue to have it in my information just because I like catch. But I have migrated my videos to YouTube, and I will continue to put them on YouTube. So I'm going to start actively using my YouTube channel. Bill, if you check out my Instagram, if you have an Instagram account, a lot of people aren't aware that you can actually go on top of St. Peter's Basilica, and more so, you can actually go on top of the cupola from St. Peter's Basilica. So I've taken a couple photos from it from my last trip, and I intend to scope it this time. Oh wow, that's a historical event. I've never been to such an event at the Vatican. I've been several times, but I've never been to such an event. But I do look forward to letting people know that it's not just the facade. So people are so used to what it looks like in the front, but actually I've been on the very, very top of the cupola, and you can see all of Rome. All of Rome. It's an incredible sight. It's breathtaking, to say the least. And I plan on scoping that. A lot of people are not aware this is a possibility. You can actually, I mean, it's hard to describe. I'll bring it to the channel in a couple weeks. So I'll land in Stuttgart in 8 days, and I'll drive, about 10 days from now, I'll drive to Rome. So the journey starts in Germany, but I'll be in Germany for 2 days, and then I'll go to Milan for 2 days, and then I'll drive to Rome from Milan. So it'll be a wild ride. Bill, where are you from? Kentucky? I always find it interesting when I get people from the United States in these chats. Welcome, John. John, I have flexibility in my schedule in Rome. I'm just letting people say what it is they might like to see in Rome, and I'll tell you if I'm going to it or if I would consider going to it. Well, that's great. I've met, most of the time, Bill, I meet people from Europe in these chats. It's been interesting for that dynamic. This is probably my 15th or 16th chat. That's great. Bill, John, I was talking to Bill from Kentucky, United States. That is great. John, I would really love for you to tell me from a local's perspective what you guys like to do and see. I'd really love to hear from you about that. But I've had a lot of people from Europe, from this region. Just yesterday, I think I had, in one chat, I had Barcelona, I had Norway, I think it was, and I had France. At one time, we were all discussing Italy, and that's kind of an interesting dynamic because they're all from Europe, but none of them are from Italy. And I really thought that was great to get some of their opinions about travel within Italy. But we have one now, John. So you're from Rome. What do you like to see? What is great to Rome for a local? What do you enjoy? Thank you for the hearts, guys. You also notice with the hashtag, we have these nice little globes. I love those globes. If I could give myself hearts, I would give myself hearts just so I can see those globes. I do like the globes. Hello. It is my third time. I've been there before. So we have Parent B. Parent B, the purpose of this chat is for people to tell me what they like to see in Rome. I'll be going for a week and I have some flexibility. Or maybe I'm already going to it, and I'll tell you about it. I've been on this trip before, so I'm pretty familiar. So I'm just sharing with people the places I plan to go, and take suggestions. What would you like me to say? So John, I have been to Rome. This is my third trip. So far, John, I'll tell you what suggestions I've gotten. From when I was in Rome, someone told me the only place to go at night and enjoy is Trastevere. So I went to Trastevere, and I really enjoyed it. Although there was like no tourists there with me. I was like the only tourist that I saw. The second place is, it's in my profile, but I'm a teacher. The second district people told me about as a local that you guys like is the EUR district. Someone said that that's kind of a good place for a local. So would you say any different? Would you say the same between Trastevere and Ur? It is in my profile. I don't talk about teaching. I haven't been talking about teaching right now, just because I've been focused on this trip. However, that is my job. Right now, I'm not actively teaching though. I'm in graduate school. Welcome 56 bars. 56 bars in 1 month. You sound like an advertisement with your name. So this chat's, guys, it's going to come quickly to an end here. It's already rounded the 10 o'clock time. So we have 4 that are live right now. Do any of you guys have any opinion about what it is I go and see and do in Rome? And John, John, if you're still there, do I still have, who has this name John? John. Yeah, John. Joe. Do you scope? I am. It is one of my fields. I'm a teacher of the social sciences. So history is one of the fields within scope. But I also teach sociology, geography, psychology. Social studies is what we would call it here. But most people say social sciences due to the wide range of topics that I've studied. I've also studied government and economics. My focal point in graduate school is geography. We do have John. John, do you ever scope in Rome? Melodic. Okay. What is melodic? I was also a musician, if that's what interests you. Ivan, where are you from? John left us before he could tell me where he's from. But I still have Bill. You're from the Ukraine. That's great. I work with somebody from the Ukraine. Down in Panama, down in my beach town, I work with somebody from Ukraine. Brianne Wilson from Texas. I just want to say, I always watch my stats, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate you following me just a few days ago. I don't know as much as I should. I don't know very much about the Ukraine, except for what my coworkers told me. She's only been in the U.S. for maybe 5 or 6 years. However, in the greater context of the Cold War, I have studied that region of the world. I will say that the professor that taught that class, the one that comes to mind, it was an upper level course, and she was from man, I've almost forgotten. Was she from Poland? I don't know if she was from Poland. She was from one of the former Soviet bloc states. So she taught it not from an American's perspective, but from a local's perspective. More so from as her view from growing up in that part of the world. And it was very, very interesting to get that standpoint from her. Alejandro. How's it going, Alejandro? Alejandro, I was just rounding the end of this chat. What would you like to ask me, Alejandro? I'm very intrigued. The person that, Ivan, do you ever scope? Do you do videos of the Ukraine? Alejandro! No, Alejandro. Why? Why do you want to go to McDonald's, Alejandro? What is it, McDonald's? What is your interest in McDonald's? Okay, Alejandro. Well, I'm sure there's a McDonald's close to your home. I've lost Ivan from the Ukraine. However, Bill, you've sat here this whole time. You haven't said anything the past couple minutes. That's great. So listen, I've already plugged my information once, and this is too short of a scope for me to plug it again. But Bill, as I was telling you, my Instagram is the same name as this one with an I at the end of it. It's actually in my profile. Alejandro, I don't want to talk about McDonald's anymore. However, if you want to watch me in Rome, I will show you, I might show you the McDonald's in Rome because it's unique. I will most certainly go to the Trevi Fountain, Bill. Most certainly go to the Trevi Fountain. The first time I was there, it was raining. The second time I was there, it was under construction. So I can't wait to see it when it's either not raining or not under construction. I'm actually excited to see the Trevi Fountain. So guys, I do these chats all the time. Usually the ones in the afternoon will catch someone from over, in Europe. Usually the ones at night are the most dead. I still run them just for informational purposes so that people can know what's going on. I've gotten a lot of follows on replays, so I just keep running the chats, regardless of how active or inactive they are. So I'll keep running these for the next week. I fly out in 8 days. I'm pretty excited about it, and I'll take you guys along the way. If you have any suggestions, you can always get a hold of me on my Twitter. You can also get a hold of me on my Instagram. You can just comment on one of the photos. Alejandro, I'm done with questions for now. Thank you, Bill. I hopefully hit the follow, Bill, and I'll take you along with me if you'd like. And if you think of anything you'd love to see, just tweet me. Just tweet me. Alejandro, you'll have to watch the replay. I've already explained this, and this is a short chat. I gotta go. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on. If you're on the replay, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of the people that follow off of the replays. I get a lot of follows on replays. That's why I keep running these chats. So thank you guys. Thank you for being you. And thanks, Alejandro. You hit the follow button. You can watch me go through the trip. But we'll see you guys later. Bye for now.